Alright, so got the HOVR Phantom yesterday, ordered it on the 1st and wanted to try it out, see how it is. First of all, I thought in terms of looks, it looks a lot like an Ultraboost, and having a very extensive running background and a lot of distance running in my past before I got an injury. Big shoe person, so I know a lot about shoes. I worked in a shoe store for a long time. I actually a kinesiology master's as well, so I have a lot of knowledge on how the foot works, how the foot lands, and how a shoe's going to perform just from wearing it. So I was real excited when I found out that Under Armour was changing up the platform of their shoe and their sole, and I wanted to make sure I jumped on that because I'm a huge Under Armour fan. Everything I have is Under Armour, and why not try their latest product? So I have some good impressions, I have some bad impressions, and if you're a runner, you'll like the feedback because it's honest feedback. Even though Under Armour is my brand, I will be honest because up until I stopped running, Ultraboost was the only shoe I would run in because it is, in my opinion, still the best running shoe on the market. And it sure looks a lot better than some of the other shoes too. So anyways, the first thing I want to point out is the looks in comparison. You can see the HOVR Phantom and the Ultraboost are very similar in looks, and that's what a lot of people were saying, that they actually look identical. You can see a difference when you look from behind in terms of the heel positioning. You can see the Ultraboost is made if you're a heel striker, even though you shouldn't be if you're a heel striker. For your landing, you can see the contour there, the camber, whereas the HOVR Phantom is pretty straight in the bottom. Looking from the front, you can see slight difference in angle, but pretty similar. One really big difference, so if you see the boost, the amount of boost material here on the Ultraboost versus the amount of foam on the HOVR Phantom, it does look like this has a lot more cushion, but it's a facade. And this is the biggest thing I don't like about the HOVR Phantom. First of all, I love the shoe. It's comfortable, it's great, but for running, this is the only flaw that I'm going to say this shoe has. The Ultraboost, you can see how this knit material contours, and it goes right on top of the boost material to give you that your foot will lay right on top of it. Okay, the HOVR Phantom, it looks like it does the same thing, but it does not. The material on the inside stops at about this height, so above my finger. You can see that's where it kind of makes a little wall against it, and that little bit of wall that comes up here on the side, I mean, I think I understand why they did it, so that it would help cage your foot and keep your foot from sliding out from running, because in a running shoe, you definitely don't want your foot going back and forth and sliding and getting that burn on the forefront of your foot. However, because of the way it's positioned, that's all I feel when I wear it. Walking around is fine, but if I was to go running in this, that would drive me nuts and I could not do it. That's the only flaw that I'm going to find. There's actually, it'd be an easy fix if they just did it how the Ultraboost does. Like I said, I think I understand the engineering and why they thought it would be a good idea. However, I don't know if it's because of the way the cushion lies on the inside, which I'll show you in a second, or if it's just the fact that it meets in a bad spot. But every runner knows that you're going to pronate your foot as you land. You're going to land in this position. So having that little ridge there is the only thing that would bug the heck out of me running. You don't get that with the Ultraboost because it's all soft knit material here. You have the little toe guard. You can see the darkness, the difference. It's got a little toe guard. You can see that firmness there. Ultraboost. And then with the HOVR Phantom, it's more of a different material. It is firm, but it's also really stretchy, which is a difference between them. This material, same as this material here, reminds me of Curry 4 material, very stretchy material. So I really love that about the Curry 4. They use that same material here on the Phantom. Really like it. I love that part of it. I love everything else about it. The only flaw is that outside there. It does do it on the inside as well, but it's a little more noticeable on the outside, like I said, because from being a runner for so long, my foot naturally, even walking, has that, and I can feel it just walking, and as soon as I put it on, it annoyed me. The only other issue that I have with this shoe, and then I'll talk more about the things that I really like about it, is the difference of the sole, or the rubber on the bottom. So I put these on yesterday, and my son was just washing something on the concrete, I think, and it was wet, and as soon as I walked on it, the shoe slipped, and it did not have good traction at all on the water, on the concrete. It caught me off guard how slippery it was, and I said, well, let me go throw my Ultraboost on and go try it. Threw the Ultraboost on. It did not slip at all. I don't know if it's just because of the Continental material, but like I said, the rubber on the bottom is not as nice as an Ultraboost, but I mean, what is? It's probably, I mean, that's the best material on the market. So other than those, I really like the shoe. It's really soft. It does feel like you're walking on a pillow. It's a good analogy. I even had a couple other people throw them on and say, hey, what does it feel like to you? Had them try it on since they're brand new and see what they like about them. I really like the heel part too. It's actually got a nice little cushion in there. It's not as hard as like the back of the Ultraboost, so I feel like they got them beat there. Your heel is definitely against some firm material here on the Ultraboost. You don't notice it while you run, but I do like how it's a lot softer on the HOVR Phantom back here on the inside especially. It has a little more padding right there, so it makes it nice and comfortable. The whole upper part here, it's not stretchy here, but very breathable, so that's going to be really good in terms of comfort and heat while you're running, because your feet do get pretty hot while you run. Even love the laces. I mean, to be honest, I love the marbling. Even our counters in our kitchen are marbled. I mean, it's beautiful. I love the colors. I love the accents. I love the design. I love everything else about it. It's very comfortable. I'll definitely wear it around and stuff. So let me show you some other stuff about the inside. Alright, so let's take a look at the inside of the shoe. So inside is red on this color. It says Speedform 2.0 on the heel. Once again, I like the red. I have the tag on the medial side, on the inside of the ankle. With the size, so this is the size 10.5. If you can see that there. You can't really see the part, I'm using my daughter's iPod, sorry. You can't really see the part that I was talking about with the inside of the wall down at the front. I'm not going to be able to really get that on video, but it does not have an insert in on the shoe, so possibly a fix could be putting an insert on. You might not feel that wall down there if that bugs you. I have not tried that yet. That's something I'm going to have to try. Let's take a look at the inside heel. So the inside heel, you can see that little cushion, that little ring right there. It's very soft actually, so it's very soft. It's got some cushion in there compared to like on the Ultraboost. It does not have that cushion. I mean, it's soft, but it doesn't have the cushion. It's really firm and really hard on the heel, the Ultraboost. I mean, it's very hard on the inside too. But this is actually a rubber here on the HOVR Phantom, so that in itself is softer. But then having the little about 3/8 of an inch of cushion right there, so it does kind of hook your heel in, but it gives it a nice comfortable lock. which is something I like better than the Ultraboost. The upper knit part, like I was talking about with the Curry 4, let me grab that back. So the Curry 4, like I was talking about with this knit material here that's very stretchy. I love that part on the HOVR Phantom. Very nice, makes it fit very well. So anything from an ankle brace, if you were wearing an ankle brace, obviously not to run, but walking around would definitely fit. Like most running shoes look like you're trying to wear something crazy on your foot when you have an ankle brace on, but it's been a while since I've had to do that, but I'm pretty sure if you've done that, you know what I'm talking about, how weird it is trying to get a shoe on. You wouldn't have that issue here. Very nice. I think this is some of the best material. Very interesting when they put it on the Curry 4, and that's why I definitely wanted to get a pair when they came out. Kind of wish I would have bought their special edition, but that's a whole nother thing. But in terms of shoes, like I said, I really am an Under Armour fan. So Curry 3, Curry 4, all the rock shoes, which are my training shoes, wear those to the gym every day, besides today because I was trying these bad boys out. But inside, love it. Soft, nice little arch support in here. It's got a good little arch support. Show the light on that again. Versus the Ultraboost just has a little contouring on the inside here and a little thicker pad in there, but it's not really designed to arch support like the Phantom has, so I actually like that part too. In terms of the inside of the shoe, but pretty much everything else about this shoe. So I still think Under Armour, best running shoe they've obviously ever made. I still think that they're listening to their athletes, they're listening to the public, they're looking at style. Looks wise, I mean, it's amazing. It's got a great look. If I was just wearing a shoe for style, I mean, I love it. Today I had people say, oh, I thought those were Ultraboost, and then they noticed the Under Armour logo, and I told them nope, and they thought the Ultraboost came out with like a marbled sole. So that's a perks to Under Armour for style. In terms of comfort, great. So Under Armour really knocked it out of the park with this. I hope they hear me when I say that this ridge is the only thing I personally don't like. So if you're gonna fix anything Under Armour, fix that ridge, make it like the Ultraboost, make it wrap around, and then go on top of it instead of bringing that ridge up, and so that it touches the outside of your foot, that lateral part of the front foot while you're running, because that drives the heck out of me. But I also am a toe runner. I don't use the heel, so my foot's used to landing right here, and so I feel everything on the outside of my foot because that's the first part that's going to contact when I run, just like that. So everything on this outside is what I feel, and it's the only thing I didn't like. Alright, hope you enjoy the shoe. I'd buy them.